Do you wish to be remembered or erased? You live as if you have forever, yet your time drips away like sand slipping through a clenched fist. Time is the only currency that cannot be stolen, only spent. Every second you waste is a strike against yourself, a silent surrender to obscurity. Those who waste it are already dead. They simply haven't been buried yet. Most of you wasted chasing comfort, chasing approval, chasing moments that vanish like mist in the wind. You leave nothing, no proof you existed. A name without deeds is like a blade without an edge, useless and forgotten. You are not here to simply breathe. You are here to carve your existence into reality so deeply that even death cannot scrape it away. Understand this, existence without impact is the same as death while breathing. Breathing means nothing if the air you consume feeds nothing greater than yourself. Every breath should be a declaration, every heartbeat a strike, or you are merely counting down to an irrelevant end. A legacy is not an accident. It is carved with blood, with will, with relentless defiance against mediocrity. Mediocrity is the slow poison of existence. It does not strike with pain, but with quiet acceptance, lulling you into a life that will never matter. Destroy it before it destroys you. It is what remains when your name is no longer spoken, the echo of your actions etched into the bones of history. Understand, echoes fade if the strike was weak. Your actions must be so forceful, so uncompromising that their vibration never dies, resonating in the minds of generations yet unborn. Do not mistake noise for impact. Many shout, yet their voices vanish before they reach the horizon. Your actions must not just be heard, they must be felt, feared, and remembered by those who were never even alive to witness them. The power of a legacy is not in its volume, but in its permanence. To leave a legacy, you must be willing to burn away what you are, forge what you are meant to become. Burn until nothing remains but the steel of your will. Let weakness melt away. Let excuses be reduced to ash. From that fire rises something unrecognizable to those who once underestimated you. The world will not hand you your final form. You must rip it from the jaws of chaos. You must fight for it, bleed for it, and if necessary, destroy the very person you were yesterday to create the being you must become tomorrow. The forge is not gentle, it burns, it crushes, it reshapes, and so must life treat you if you seek greatness. If you cannot endure the heat, you will melt into nothingness, just another forgotten piece of scrap. Those who fear transformation will die as they were born insignificant. You must shed your old skin without hesitation, tear down the frail version of yourself, and replace it with a force that no obstacle can resist. Weakness has no place in the hands of one who seeks immortality through deeds. Comfort will try to seduce you, fear will try to chain you, and doubt will whisper that you are nothing. Let that whisper become the roar that fuels you. Every voice that says you cannot is merely a prophecy for the weak. Break it, shatter it, prove them wrong so violently that their doubt becomes their shame. Crush that whisper beneath the weight of your conviction. The world will test you, it will mock you, it will bury you under trials designed to break lesser beings. But you are not lesser, you are the will that refuses to bow, the blade that refuses to dull, the storm that refuses to pass. Your response must be violence. Violence of intent, violence of will, violence against the ordinary. The ordinary fear the extraordinary, because it exposes their own weakness. Be the force that reminds them of everything they chose not to become. Be the mirror that reflects their cowardice back at them. The ordinary man lives for the next moment of comfort. You must live for the next strike upon eternity. Tear through the expectations of the weak. If the path is smooth, destroy it and carve one that bleeds challenge into your every step. Comfort is the tomb in which greatness is buried alive. Do not seek to be liked. Seek to be undeniable. Do not seek to be safe. Seek to be eternal. Eternity is claimed through defiance, against failure, against fear. You must move as though your name is already carved in stone, and you are simply proving why it belongs there. Eternity is not won through mere existence, it is conquered through domination. Dominate your craft, dominate your purpose, dominate the very limits that dared to restrain you. Only then will the world be forced to remember. Eternity belongs to those who defy the natural decay of memory. It is taken, not given. To stand unforgotten. You must live in such a way that the very thought of you ignites either fear or reverence in all who hear your name. Anything less is nothing but a slow death. Your life is the chisel, your decisions the strikes, and the stone before you is eternity itself. And if your strikes are weak, the stone will outlast you. But if your strikes are unyielding, the stone will bear your name long after the hands that carved it have turned to dust. And every strike you make must be deliberate, fueled not by hope, but by certainty. You are not here to attempt. You are here to engrave your inevitability into the surface of time. Strike with precision, for each moment you waste is a strike you can never take back. Every second is either a step toward your monument, or a surrender to the erosion of time. Those who understand this treat every breath as if it were their last chance to engrave themselves into the world's memory. Weak hands leave scratches, unyielding hands leave monuments. Monuments are not invitations, they are warnings, they say. Here stood one who refused to be broken. They force those who come after you to acknowledge your dominance or live in the shadow of it. And those monuments are not built in peace. They rise from chaos, from struggle, from a refusal to kneel when the world demands it. They are born from conflict, because greatness has never been bred in comfort. And understand that monuments are not built by hesitation. They are built by those who move when others freeze, who decide when others doubt, who act when others wait. The indecisive leave nothing. The decisive leave legacies carved so deep that centuries fail to erase them. One day your body will rot, your voice will be gone, and every material possession you own will be dust. Gold tarnishes, empires crumble, and faces fade. But the idea you embody, the principle you stand for, the unshakable truth you force upon the world, that is the shadow that walks long after you are gone, be the shadow that never leaves. What will remain is what you gave this world that it could not erase. Do not aim to blend with the crowd, aim to outlast it. The sea of nameless faces will pass through history unnoticed. But the one who dares to rise above them becomes the point in time that future generations measure themselves against. That is your legacy. And if you die without one, you will vanish as though you were never here. That is the fate of the common man, to arrive, consume, decay, then vanish without leaving a single fracture in the world's foundation. But you, if you choose to rise, you must make your existence so sharp that history itself bleeds from your presence. So I ask you, will you be a whisper that fades, or a storm that leaves the earth forever changed? If you choose the storm, know this: storms do not apologize, they do not ask for permission. They arrive, they consume, they leave scars that alter the shape of the land itself. Be that. Rise until the heavens themselves take notice. Rise until the earth trembles beneath your will. Rise until you are no longer a man, but the embodiment of an unending force that even time cannot kill. If you choose the storm, then let it be one that shakes the very foundations of existence. Let your actions be so violent against the ordinary The ordinary man's dream dies in his sleep because it was never alive to begin with. Your dream must not be fragile. It must be something that fights back, something that survives storms and spits in the face of time. That even centuries later, the world speaks of you not as a memory, but as an eternal presence. This is not a wish. This is a demand. You either become that force, or you are swept away by it. Every second you hesitate, the sands of your life drain away. Every day you wait for the right moment is another day your name fades into the noise of the forgettable. Legacy is not a seed that grows in comfort. It is a fire that devours everything that stands in its way. If you wish to leave a mark, you must burn hotter than every soul that came before you. The world will try to tame you, to grind you down into a shape that fits its fragile order. It will tell you to be reasonable, to be patient, to be like everyone else, because the existence of something truly unbreakable terrifies those who are weak. Do not give them the comfort of your obedience. Defiance is your weapon. Willpower is your blade. Cut through the restraints of expectation until nothing remains but your own design. Do not speak of what you will do. Speak through what you have already done. A legacy is not a list of promises. It is a trail of undeniable results. A record of moments when you acted while others stood frozen. Let your deeds be so ruthless in their precision that the very concept of your absence feels impossible. And when the end approaches, for it will, you will not beg for more time. You will not wonder if you mattered. You will stand upon the mountain you carved with your own hands, while the world looks up and knows here stood one who refused to die quietly. Be the storm that does not fade after the clouds part. Be the force that bends the timeline itself. Be the name spoken with either reverence or fear, but never indifference. Because if you leave this world without bending it to your will, you were never truly here at all. So choose now. Rise with a will so absolute that even time cannot erode it. Strike with action so undeniable that eternity itself is forced to make room for you. Become the storm that shakes the earth, the storm that remakes the horizon. And when your final breath leaves your body, let the world tremble. Not because you are gone, but because it knows it will never see your like again.